How's it going, my YouTube family? It's your boy Stilo back again with another video for you guys. So in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about pendants, or in this case, old school pendants, medallions, whatever you want to call them. I apologize in advance if you guys hear any background noise. I have kids, I have a dog, and whatever, just try to ignore it. So, excuse me, Cubano already made a video pretty similar to this. Shout out Cubano again. As always, you know, I always give credit where credit is due, but I'm gonna get a little more technical, or try to speak a little more detail about these type of pendants, or any type of pendant at all, for people that want to match their chains with the pendant, right? Because it's not for everyone, especially when it comes to pendants this size. But you know, there's some people that do like rocking pendants, like me, right? Big ass pendants or whatever, or a little bit smaller or whatever. And I kind of want to just break them down to you guys and talk about them, right? Excuse me. So all these pendants are from Las Villas Jewelry. This is my Santa Barbara right here. This is 10 karat gold, and it's about 70 grams in weight. So it's a pretty heavy pendant. Pretty good quality. This is my Jesus piece, also from Las Villas. This one's gonna be in 14 karat gold. 66 grams, 65 grams, I believe. And Virgen de Regla, also from Las Villas. 62 grams in weight. So, first of all, the stones on these pendants are not real diamonds. These are all synthetic stones, because I don't really care about diamonds like that. I mean, eventually, maybe I might put diamonds on them. I don't know. Maybe lab, maybe moissanite. I don't know. The whole diamond thing is just, it's not really for me. Which, I had a bad experience buying a diamond piece. I'll make a separate video about that. From a reputable jeweler, comes out that the piece wasn't what I paid for, or at least what I thought it was, right? And I'm talking about, this piece was not cheap. This was a $5,000 piece. But I'll talk about that in another video. Just the whole diamond thing is not, I don't really care too much for it. I'm more of a gold person, you know what I mean? Whatever. So let's go ahead and get into detail with this pendant, actually. So this one is smaller, as you guys can see. I'm gonna go ahead and measure them on the caliper for you guys, with the width and the length, so you guys can see what's up too. So let's check out the weight first of all. So as you can see, this is 62 grams, so it's pretty heavy. This is a lot more solid than these two, because as you can see, it's just smaller. So it has a lot more solid feel to it. Even though it does have an open back, it's still really solid. You could just hear it, right? So let's go ahead and check it out on the caliper real quick to see how big it is, how long it is, and the width of it. So it's about, let's see if I even do this right. So at a max, it's about 33 millimeters in width. And then length, I'm not gonna include the bell, just so you guys can get the idea. It's about 68 millimeters. So this is a lot more solid than these two. These are bigger, which, let me show you guys real quick. The Santa Barbara is 70 grams. I feel like the Santa Barbara would be a lot more, it would sound a lot more heavier if it was like maybe 100 grams. I feel like 100 grams would make a drastic difference. But keep in mind, guys, these are still solid. They're not like hollow as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, they still have weight to it. It does sound a little bit, doesn't sound as solid as this one, but these still have the weight, which is insane because a lot of people, when I tell them like how much they weigh, they're like, no way, that shit's really 70 grams, because a lot of people think they're way lighter just because of how they sound and how they feel. They don't feel too heavy, but it's still 70 grams, you know what I mean? Same thing with the Jesus piece, but let me go ahead and measure out this one for you guys. This one's pretty long. I'm not gonna include the bell. So this is, bear with me, guys. I'm doing this so wrong, right? Okay, so it's about 86 millimeters in length, and about, let me close this, about 61 millimeters wide. So you guys get the idea. Really nice pendants, honestly. You could pair them up with a Cuban, a rope, and it looks fly. I love the way it looks. I'm big into the old school hip hop, and this is what they used to wear back in the day. So I'm crazy about these, especially this one. This one is one I've been wanting for a long ass time, guys. I've been wanting this charm for years. This Jesus piece, Cubano made a video about this one right here, and the Santa Barbara too. His was heavier though. His was a 14 karat, 84 gram one. But the Jesus piece, I think it was the same exact one because it was also 14K. Yeah, what can I say? This is a piece that I've been wanting for a long time. I've been wanting this piece since like 2000. I want to say like 2018 when I first saw it. 2019, I was like, shit, I really want that piece. But at the time, I didn't really have money like that, so I couldn't afford this piece. This piece was like $4,200, $4,100. So at the time, that was like, what the fuck? I can't pay that much for a pendant. I can't even pay that much for a chain, right? But this is just a piece I've always wanted. I fucking, excuse my language, I really like this piece a lot. Jesus pieces, I've always been crazy about them. You know, they're big in the hip-hop culture. This is like back in the day Jones right here. This is this stuff that they used to rock, you know what I mean? And I love it. I've always been mesmerized by that piece. So this one, again, check the weight. 66 grams. So these aren't hollow ass pendants, guys. These are not 20-gram pendants. These still got weight to them. You know what I mean? It's just they're a lot bigger. Like this one would be a lot more solid if it was like 90 grams, 100 grams. It would sound, you know, similar to this one. This one's smaller. This one, that's why it sounds a lot more solid. But keep in mind, guys, these are still solid pendants. And the reason I wanted to get in depth about this video and talk about this video more is because I was always curious on how these pendants were. Because I don't live in Miami, so I couldn't go to a freaking jewelry store to see these pendants, to see how they felt, how they, you know what I mean, in person. Because I'm from California. You can't really find these in jewelry stores here in California, like, to be honest with you. Anybody that lives in Cali, you know what I'm talking about. You can't find Santa Barbaras like these. You can't find Jesus pieces like these, Virgen de Reglas like these. You just can't find them. They don't have them out here. You'll probably find them at a pawn shop maybe where somebody like ended up pawning them, but most of the time these pieces come from like Miami or New York. This is like East Coast pieces right here. You don't see these out here in Cali. And that's why I love them so much, because they're so unique. I've never ran into anybody rocking them, and I can guarantee you the chances of me running into anybody rocking these same pieces are super duper slim compared to like what everybody else rocks, which is like out here in Cali they rock the Centenarios, the San Judas, or just, you know, your regular ugly Jesus piece, you know what I mean, small as hell. Like these are jumbo pieces, and that's why I love them so much. They're super unique. Perfect pair to rock with a big ass Cuban or a small Cuban or a regular rope, you know. You can rock them with anything, and it just depends, you know, what look you're going for, because, you know, people do look and they're just like, oh shit, they're pretty big, so people just, I don't know if people look at them because they think they're like fake as hell, or is that fake, is that real? Like, I don't know, they do get a lot of attention though, but what can I say? I love them a lot. These are all from Las Villas. Yeah, get a closer look one more time, and wow, I got my own little Las Villas showcase at the crib. But all right, guys, this was just going to be a quick little video on these pieces. If you guys have any questions, of course, let me know. I hope I got into full detail for you guys so you guys could, you know, understand them. Or if you guys were interested in copying them, now you know what to expect. All right, guys, again, A1 Stilo, much love, much respect. Thank you for tuning in.